Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Fun with Flags. I'm your friendly neighborhood soda. This weekend, joined by a very sick 50 Shades.
This is the face of a man who definitely should not have gone to work today.
No, don't go tomorrow.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Well, anyways, for those of you joining us for the first time, this is our show Fun with Flags, where 50 and I we teach each other a little bit about our parts of the world because I'm Canadian, he's Israeli. Besides being sick, 50, how are you feeling today?
Well, as I mentioned, definitely feeling like I really should not have gone to work today.
Mm-hmm.
And forgive me for a second. I'm just gonna do this. There, now it makes a little bit more sense.
A little bit, yeah.
It was bothering my eyes when it was like that. But I did have some time to get a little bit creative before the show. And I just had an idea. I decided to add something to our roster of things, and something that I'm actually a little bit shocked that we didn't have until now. And you know what? It actually fits our show perfectly. Watch this.
We don't do that here.
Very much so.
I have a feeling we're going to use this one a lot.
Probably. All right. So today's topic from my end is I'm actually taking topic 50 did about what, a month ago?
Ish.
And I'm
Like
flipping it
50
on.
shows in a row. So
That's true. And I'm flipping it on its head, and I'm doing it from my perspective. I'm going to be showing 50 some Canadian snacks, but some of them are around in other parts of the world. These ones are primarily not available in the United States. So if you have an American viewer watching, sorry. I will say the ones I've included on here are the ones that I have actually tried. I know beaver tail is a popular one. I've never actually had a beaver tail, so I cannot talk about it.
you don't mean like the actual beavers?
Oh, no. It's like a pastry or something like that. I've never had one, so I cannot talk about it.
Okay.
This one is primarily more chips, chocolate, that sort of thing. Kind of like what you did the other.
Yeah, the reason I ask is because in the Pokemon world, apparently, Slowpoke's tail is a delicacy.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's
Gross.
okay. They don't feel pain, and their tails grow back because Pokemon.
Yeah, totally fair. Totally fair. All right, so I'm just going to start it off right away. I'm going to start off with a chocolate bar. This one is originated in the United Kingdom in 1935. It comes in multiple different flavors, but the primary flavor is just milk chocolate. It is very light. It is very airy. It is the Aero Bar. Have you ever heard of this, 50?
I think I might have. We might even have our own spin on it. I might have seen an Aero bar while traveling in Europe a couple of times.
So this is more if you want to have your chocolate fixed, but you don't want to feel heavy about it. This is the one you eat because it's basically it's chocolate with air pockets inside to make it light and fluffy.
Okay, I definitely have tried the Israeli spin on this.
So there's two main flavors. There's the Aero, and then my personal favorite, the Mint Aero. But they also have, like most chocolate bars over here, I'm assuming it's the same thing over where you are. They have flavors that they come out with every once in a while, and they release it. And this is my personal one. It is the Black Forest Cake Aero.
What the hell?
It actually tastes like the picture. It tastes like a Black Forest cake. It is amazing. I call it orgasm in the mouth.
I can see why. Is it any relation to the Black Forest in?
No. Black Forest is just a type of cake. It's chocolate cake, whipped cream, cherries. Really.
But originating in, is it Germany where the Black Forest is?
I think so. Yeah.
So it might have originated there. Look, the cake that is.
But yeah, the cake. Yeah. But so yeah, this is one of those very very good one. I love chocolate. Like that's.
And how do you know it's French Canadian? Forêt Noire.
Yeah, Forêt Noire, Black Forest.
And Ghetto. I know that Ghetto is cake because of Pokemon again.
Oh, well, there you go. You learn something new every day. Apparently, Pokemon is multilingual. All right.
There's literally a region based on France. An entire region.
Of course there is. All right. So next up, I have 3 chip flavors.
Cool.
One of them you know very well, of course. I've mentioned it a few times. The other 2, one I didn't know for many years. Actually, I didn't know for a long time that these first two were Canadian only. The first one is all dressed chips. That's actually an only Canadian only product.
Dressed in what exactly?
I'm gonna actually look that up for you because I actually don't like all dress tastes a little different depending on who
I
makes
mean,
it.
it looks like there's some oniony and cream stuff.
So the best way to describe it is it's a mixture of ketchup, barbecue sauce, sour cream and onion chips, and salt and vinegar chips. It's like a weird hodgepodge mix.
Well, we do have onion and cream flavored chips.
Yeah, okay, so we have sour cream and onion, similar.
Yeah, it took years until we finally got the salt and vinegar flavored Pringles here, and it's awful, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, not a fan.
It's good, but I mean, it's drier than the Dead Sea. It's saltier than the Dead Sea.
Yeah, it's not my favorite flavor. It's more like if it's there, I'll eat it, but it's not a go-to of mine. This next one is a flavor that one of my oldest friends hates, and I got a little bit of a funny story about it. You ever heard of dill pickle flavored chips?
No.
It tastes exactly like it is, like it says. It's a dill pickle flavored chip. Now, one of my oldest friends, he really doesn't like
pickle Rick.
He really does not like dill chips. So we were sitting there in his house years ago, and we were watching a movie, and he reaches into one of the bags. I saw what it was. I just didn't say anything because I'm that kind of friend. But as he's pulling it closer, that's when I decided to say, "Hey, Chris, that's dill pickle chips." Didn't even touch his mouth. He immediately turned his head around. I was like, right back into the bag.
Redirection.
Yep, pretty much.
While we're on the subject, do you have like a flavor called sour and spicy?
No. We have spicy flavored thing, but nothing sour and spicy.
Sour and spicy. It's a Doritos flavor that we have here. I hate it. I tremble and shudder just at the sight of the bag.
So we have over here, they did the ketchup one for a little bit. I didn't try it. Same with the dill. But they have Bold Barbecue, which is my personal favorite. There's Cool Ranch. There's Jalapeno Cheddar. There's, of course, your nacho, your extra nacho. There was a guacamole one for a while.
Now I really want a Doritos, but I can't in my condition. But the thing is, one time I went for a school trip.
Yeah.
And my mom packed a bunch of Doritos in my bag. And for some reason, I just happened to land on the sour and spicy one. Never tried it before. Didn't even look at the freaking bag. And after a couple of chips, like, it was so gross. It felt like I was bleeding out of my eyes. It was so horrible.
They had one. They released a bag here. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't think they make it anymore. But it was called the roulette bag. It was 2 flavors, but you didn't know which one was going to be the spicy one. So it was a surprise.
We had something similar to that with one of the Beastly brands recently, but it wasn't called a roulette. It was like a half and half. Like, you never know if it's this flavor or that flavor.
Yeah,
so it was like a mix between the two.
I'm normally game to try everything. I wouldn't mind actually trying that at one point. And then the next one is probably the most famous Canadian-only chip. You've definitely heard me mention it a few times. It is the ketchup flavored chip. The Lay's ketchups are easily the best flavored chip.
So they're literally just taking ketchup and sort of frying it in the shape of a potato chip, or is it potato chip covered in ketchup?
It's more similar to the latter one. It's basically just you bake your potatoes and then you just put on some ketchup flavored seasoning powder on it.
Okay, because it might be a little similar to the one I showed last time. It was just literally the chips, but with some powdery ketchup flavored thing on it.
That's basically what this is. My only advice is if you eat a bag, you best have a lot of fluids next to you because it dries out your mouth pretty damn quick.
As is the case with any potato chip brand.
Yeah. Now, the next one is one that you can also find in stores, but it's actually the better version, is the ones that your grandma makes. It is what's known over here as a butter tart. And yes, I grabbed the one that said sweet butter tarts, eh? So butter tart is it is a mixture of butter, sugar, syrup, and egg filled into a flaky pastry and baked until the filling is semi-solid with a crunchy top.
Or as I like to call it, diabetes to the face.
That's what the rest of the stuff is. But no, they're usually about that big. They're basically like little mini pies. And yeah, like I said, they're good. They're good in the store, but there's nothing like the homemade style. And I'm lucky I get it every Christmas because that's what my grandma does all her baking. So hey, and she's diabetic, so I don't have to worry about the sugar.
Yay. Ugh.
Okay, so the next one is the next three, or well, definitely the next two. The third one is it's a chocolate bar. This one is known as a caramel bar.
Caramel?
Caramel because it's milk chocolate with caramel inside.
You might have some similar thing.
That's basically what it's called. It's just literally called a caramel bar.
Well, I guess at some point, maybe some people in some chocolate brands in Israel have experimented with putting caramel in chocolate bars.
Mm-hmm.
But a actual brand called caramel, never heard of that.
This is what I would more describe as a savory chocolate bar, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Love the name, though.
That's one of the ones, like, I don't know what it's like for you guys over there in Halloween, but I mean, over here, you can buy boxes of like.
We don't celebrate Halloween.
Or you guys don't even do any form of trick or treating on Purim. You don't, damn.
Well, I mean, we buy packs of candy and swap it with each other.
Yeah, okay.
That's about it.
Kinda. But no, like you can go to our stores here and you can buy like boxes of like all these little chocolate bars. Well, Caramel is one of the ones that's in there, so it's a staple here. And then the next.
Wait! I'm such an idiot. I forgot. I had the perfect opportunity to use it and I missed it.
We don't do that here.
Touche.
We got to get used to using that now.
Okay, so the next one is another chocolate bar. This one is a wafer chocolate bar. It is what's known as a coffee crisp. Have you ever heard of that one?
I think I might have seen it again traveling in Europe.
So this is alternating layers of vanilla wafer and a foamed coffee flavored soft candy covered with milk chocolate.
Cool. I mean,
and I don't know if they do this type of thing over there, but over here, like for hot chocolates and stuff like that, you can actually get chocolate bar flavored ones. And coffee crisp is probably the best one.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this next one here is when you did yours, I said that there was one that was similar. I can't remember which one it was I was referring to, but this is what it is. It's what's known as a cherry blossom.
Oh yeah, so the Crembo.
Yes, that's what it was, the Crembo. So the cherry blossom is actually one that's my mom has always enjoyed. Basically, it's a maraschino cherry wrapped around with hard chocolate and nuts.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. Speaking of which, oh my god, I can't wait to see The Flash in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, for Michael Keaton, man. I saw that they released a scene, I think the other day, and I think it's the scene where you first meet him in the movie, and it was like, ah!
Question.
Yep.
Will you be watching that movie wearing that shirt?
I wasn't, but I'm going to now.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
All right. Next, we are going into the realm of lunch snacks, or as my dad likes to call them, galettes. This is a Canadian. This is how it's described on Wikipedia. It's a Canadian confection consisting of 2 chocolate cake rounds with a cream filling within milk chocolate shell. It is what's known as a Joe Louis.
Joe Louis.
Joe Louis. Yeah, it's named after, I think it's a famous French strongman, something like that. But yeah, this is like so when your parents pack you a lunch for whatever for school, this is something that I would throw in there. Or my dad, when he'd pack his lunch for work, would throw something like this in there. So basically, it's just like a little round cake, cream filled cake.
You know, I think we have something a little bit similar, but thinking that could be something else. We call it cookie leader, which is like it's. I mean, it's mostly an ice cream thing, but it's like an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah. We have ice cream sandwiches here too. And you can see that. It's kind of similar. No way, just you don't freeze it.
Yeah.
Now, trust me, dude, you haven't tried anything until you've tried a homemade ice cream sandwich. You just get an ice cream puck and stick it between 2 chocolate chip cookies. Whoo! All right, we are diving back into the realm of potato chips. Now, what's interesting about this one is you can so there's a restaurant and I don't know if they're still around, but they were there when I lived in Vancouver. It's a sandwich restaurant. You would go there and you would order your sandwich, or you could pay, I think it was like $3 extra, and they would put this on there. It is what's known as hickory sticks.
Hickory stick.
Basically, it's just these little, I guess, salty sticks made from Hostess. I'm just going to try to see if I can find a little bit of information on them.
It would have helped, if you had some samples with you, but
I actually do have samples with me, but I know I would eat the whole freaking bag. Basically,
discipline, man, discipline.
You want me to open it and show you what it is?
Yeah, it would help a lot.
Okay, be right back. Yeah,
In the meantime, I'm just gonna play some GIFs, so there's not some just dead air. I'm gonna play one of my favorite ones.
Next, crucifixion. Yes, good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
I mean, you could cross with these. But no, basically what hickory sticks are is just basically they're potato chip shavings. Hopefully you can see this. That's how small they are. But basically they're just potato chips that have just been cut down into shoestrings.
Cool. I mean, a couple of years ago, they tried to do something similar with Tapu Chips, which is our version of Lay's. And they did the same thing. It's just, it was sort of net shaped, like strings were attached in a shape of a net.
This is one of my dad's favorites, and like I said, you can put this in almost anything. Like I said, there's a restaurant that was their hook was to put it on sandwiches.
Cool, that's creative.
Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised, yeah. You ever tried potato chips on a sandwich? I recommend it.
No, never have.
Okay.
Okay, here's something that I've seen people do here.
Mm-hmm.
Never understood the concept, but a chocolate sandwich, but instead of wiping the chocolate, they just take chocolate cubes from chocolate bars and put it in between two slices of bread.
Can't say I've done that one.
I mean, I understand the appeal. It's just not really for me.
True, and I'm the type of guy I'll try anything only at once. All right, you ever heard of a Cheeto?
With what?
A Cheeto?
Well, yeah, of course. We have Cheetos here.
Okay, so this is a Canadian-only version of them. This is my preferred brand because this is a more harder, and the cheese I think is better. They are what known as Hawkins. There we go. Hawkins Corn Snacks. Basically, is a Canadian cheesy. Now, the other day, I usually buy about a bag of Paycheck. Now, the other day, I was eating a bag, and I came across one that, oh my God, I was surprised at this. I actually I brought the picture. If it'll load. Load, damn you.
I can see it.
Not on my end. It's not. I can't see it. There's a delay on my end.
That's weird. But I do remember you posting the picture.
Yeah. Look at the size of that sucker. That's the size of one of my fingers.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, every once in a while you get into those. Now, that is a preferred snack of mine. Like I said, I buy them every paycheck. The bag doesn't last long. Basically, like I said, it's a harder Cheeto.
I mean, I don't know. The Cheetos we have here are relatively hard. I mean, how hard is a Cheeto over there?
Like, you can feel the crunch.
On these and not the Cheetos?
Yeah, you can feel the crunch more so on these.
I mean, well, I suppose you gotta try to understand it. But
yeah, that's a fair assessment. Okay, now we're getting into the nitty gritty. We're going back into the chocolate bar rating. This one you might have heard of, the Kit Kat.
Oh yeah. We have Kit Kats over here, and we also have our own Israeli imitation of it called the Kif Kif.
So see, that's the one where I was like, that's the one out of all these. I was like, that's the more likely one you would have heard, just because it is a universal one, but there's also a lot of different flavors.
Well, I wasn't really referring to the flavors. I just meant we have an imitation of it called. It's not Kit Kat. It's Kif Kif. Get it? Because it sounds different, but the same.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, the reason why I included that is because there are some region-specific flavors. Like there's flavors from Japan that we'll never see here. There's flavors from Ireland we'll never see here. Just like there's flavors from here.
With regards to Japan, there is a thing called Boksu. If you haven't heard of it,
I have heard of that. Now, what I did for Kit Kat is I grabbed a list of different flavors from all over the world, just to give you an idea. So you've got flavors like raspberry cream,
Okay.
birthday cake, white cream.
Okay.
This is Japanese, and this is probably most people's least favorite. It's the matcha flavor.
What's a
It's
matcha?
green flavored coating has it's basically a fondant Japanese Kit Kat. I've never tried it. I hear it's not good. It's also not overly sweet.
Well, I mean, you see, Japan. They
I
do
guess
weird
matcha is smoky. It just has a smoky flavor to it.
for a chocolate bar.
Apparently, this is another one. It's known as a Sachertorte, which is apparently it's an Austrian dessert.
Well, from the name, I kind of figured.
Yep.
Wait, no, wait. Sachertorte.
There you go.
My,
And of
my
course,
mom,
sorry.
my mom won't understand the reference.
at least someone will. There's also dark chocolate Kit Kat. There is an American one called Cafe au lait.
Ole,
that-
ole, ole.
Which is what they call milk chocolate. There's also an orange flavored one, which is really good. There's cheesecake. There's one made with 72% straight cocoa. There's also one that's whole wheat. Again, Japanese.
Well, I mean, hey, Japan people, listen.
We don't do
Yep.
that here.
There's a strawberry cake flavored one.
Okay.
Caramel. Milk tea, which apparently is reminiscent of Earl Grey.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Yeah. There are, of course, there's also ones that are two flavors, like mint chocolate, whatever. There's a Japanese mint one, which I have tried, not good. There's a pistachio one, which I refuse to try because I do not like pistachios.
I'll
Yeah.
give it a try. I hate pistachio ice cream. I just love the pistachio as the thing.
Totally fair. That's just a little bit of the flavors. Trust me, there is a lot. I think I've seen a rice flavored one once.
Probably Japan also.
Oh, totally. Some of them slowly have made their way over here. I will say the strawberry and cream one is pretty good, and I'm a sucker for orange chocolate.
I have only ever seen the regular Kit Kat over here, and of course the Kif Kef, which is our
Yeah,
version.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I had no idea they had so many different
If
wild.
you're in an international airport, I definitely would recommend trying to hunt one down.
Okay.
Now, this next one, for those who don't know, is a practical joke, but it is an actual real one. It is what's known as Thrills gum. It is soap flavored gum.
It is what?
You heard me, soap flavored gum.
Canadians are weird.
I'm actually not lying. This is another one I didn't know was a Canadian only thing. Yeah, it legit tastes like you're eating soap, but it's
Why
done-
would you do that to yourself?
it's where we love to pull practical jokes up here. But at least the fun part is, it's like most gums. After a few chews, the taste is gone, but the aftertaste is still there.
Because gum.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, someone forgot to close their mouth while washing themselves in the shower and got some soap in their mouth and like, I'm gonna make a gum flavor out of this. What
Yeah.
the hell?
So the way I found out about this one was I was the victim of a joke. I had
That's
no idea.
how
This was a
most
thing.
people found out about this.
Yeah, no, I can go to my dollar store and buy one.
But again, why? Does it sell very well?
I don't know. It must have just been still around after all these years. It's been around a long time.
Oh, you Canadians.
Oh yes. So there are two more. The next one is a chocolate bar. Although the name isn't Canadian, it is known as the Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar.
This is another one.
This is German. This is definitely German.
Oh, totally. It's another
Wunderbar.
another one of my favorites. Basically, it's called the Wonderful Bar.
Well, yeah, Wunderbar. If you know
So
German.
basically, it's a thick peanut butter and caramel filling inside of a milk chocolate bar, with a little bit of a crunch to it.
I think I might have seen the bar itself, but not the wrapping or the brand.
It's possible.
But I love the little Viking helmet over there.
Oh yeah, I remember the commercials back in the day were very, very Viking oriented. The next one is actually one another one that I did not know was Canadian. This one is less of a snack, and it's more like if you're on the go and you need something to eat, but you could also think of it as a snack. It is the Pizza Pop.
Pizza Pop.
I had no idea that this was Canadian.
Okay, it looks like an empanada.
It kind of, it's like an empanada / calzone type of thing. It comes from, speaking of snark, it comes from Winnipeg in Oregon.
Really?
Yeah, this I found out yesterday when I was doing my research. It's just like, yeah, it's Canadian calzone snack produced by Pillsbury's. You just put them in a microwave oven, but I mean, you could also make them, but they come in all different types of flavors. You can get them in cheeseburger flavor, your pepperoni, bacon, which give me anything with pepperoni in it. There's also a poutine flavor, which I did not try. Thank you very much. Basically, it's just what it is. It's just you take all the toppings of a pizza, you put it in a little pocket, and you nuke it in the microwave.
Well, this one I might actually try to convince my mom to do because she loves making empanadas.
Yeah. Basically, this is a poor man's treat.
Looks good.
It's really, really good. Don't get the knockoff ones. If you're going to eat it, go with the true Pizza Pop brand.
Pizza pasta, pepperoni, pizza pasta.
Yeah, and they're only available in Canada, not anywhere else. So yeah, your mom would have to make her own. So that's actually all, because there's a lot of them that I have not had the opportunity to try. So obviously I could talk about them.
Okay, cool.
But out of all of these, give me 3 that you were like, I would really like to try.
Well, the Pizza Pops, obviously, but
Okay, outside of the Pizza Pops.
let me just look at. I mean, most of these are kind of like, your regular snacks that you can find almost anywhere. Just exclusive flavors. This, though, I don't think I've ever tried, but I'm curious. You piqued my curiosity, and of course, we always talk about this. I gotta try this at some point. Of course, now I can't because bad for me. But as soon as I'm back up and running and on my feet, yeah, I'm going to the nearest gas station and I'm devouring all these.
How about this one?
No, thanks you. No, thanks.
If you can find it, pull a practical joke on your stepfather, not your mom.
Why would I even be able to find it anywhere civilized?
And the reason why I suggested your stepfather, because I know I'd hear about it from your mom.
Well, that's definitely something she would try.
Yeah.
But he doesn't chew gum because it might pull his teeth out.
Oh, he's got dentures too. That's fair. Yeah, I come from a family with a bunch of people with dentures. I'll never forget the first time my dad showed me his. I couldn't stop laughing for 20 minutes.
I see nothing funny about that.
No. It's not the fact that he had dentures. It's the image of my dad without his teeth that made me laugh.
Oh.
It's not that he had dentures. That was inevitable. I think my dad does not have any of his real teeth left.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, enough about our family's dental plans. Yeah, like I said, that's really all I have. So 50, do you have an idea what you want to do for your next topic?
Oh, so it's my turn again. Cool.
Yeah, this is my second one in a row.
I thought because I did 3 in a row, I thought maybe you wanted to do 3 in a row also.
No. It's just doing it this way kind of sets it right back to the balance.
Okay. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me, and this will also be a way to honor and pay homage to a former legend who is no longer with us. I think I mentioned his name a couple of episodes ago while I was doing the show. So earlier this year, we lost a legend of Israeli music, Yonatan Geffen, or Jonathan Geffen, if it's easier for you to pronounce, and also on his son's 50th birthday, and of course he had to request special permission from a rabbi to actually perform during the Shiva. And it was during a military campaign. It was like all the wrong things happening all at once. Poor guy. But yeah, Jonathan Geffen, he basically wrote the soundtrack of our childhood, as many people call him. Now, obviously, he has written lots of other songs, but really what he's mostly known for is
So he's your John Williams.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not even close.
Okay.
And I think it'll be a lot better if
Stop interrupting me.
so basically he wrote one of the things he's most famous for is he wrote a children's album, an album of nursery rhymes and children's songs that every Israeli child grew up listening to. Like at this point, you could almost say of all ages. Like it's a cross generation thing. It's the thing that you let your children hear when they're toddlers and when they're in kindergarten, and it's the songs you look fondly upon as you grow up.
We have our own artists like that. Okay, now I know what you mean. We have people like that over here too. Rafi, Mr. Dress Up.
Yeah, and the name of the album is The 16th Sheep. So let me ask you this: when you're trying to fall asleep, do you often count sheep trying to get to sleep?
I've never actually done that. I use ocean noises, but so I'm going to say no.
Okay, now for the bit, please say yes.
Okay.
So then, when you try to sleep, do you ever count sheep?
Yes.
Do you ever get past the 16th sheep?
No.
Then this album is definitely for you. So we're gonna. Would you like me to also send you all these songs so you can? You won't understand a thing, but at least listen to the rhythms.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. And if hopefully I can find English translations of the lyrics.
There is. I'll try to see if I can find it, but there is a French version of one of them.
I might be able to understand that.
So I'll try to look it up.
Okay.
Not making any promises, but I'll try to look it up. But yeah, so you can at least get a feel of the songs, and by the time it'll be time for me to do the topic, I'll explain to you what each of these songs mean. There's a full playlist on YouTube. I'll just send you the playlist itself.
Nice.
And the French one if I could find it. But yeah, these are the songs that we all, myself included, have grown up on and have formed an attachment to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, no. So basically, he's a children's artist,
among other things. But for the most part, I mean, that's really the topic. That's really what I want to focus on. Like it's the thing that your parents grew up with, so they gave it to they let you hear it as children. Now you're giving it to your children. That's what
I hear you. Yeah, for us it'd be things like Barney and Lamb Chops Play Along, and
which we also have. Well, not Lamb Chops, but we do have a translated version of Barney over here.
Good, because Lamb Chop has a song called "The Song That Never Ends." And
I can imagine why it's called that.
Some people started singing, not knowing what it was. That's actually the lyrics. Yes, I still remember them after all these years.
Yeah, when I heard that, it reminded me of an Ed and Eddie episode.
Canadians are weird.
Where they basically are forced to endure this Arbor Day party for the rest of eternity, and they just run around in a circle going, never-ending party, never-ending party, never-ending party, never-ending party.
Yeah, no,
it kind of sounds
like it was the exit song. It was the song they'd sing at the end of the episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Ugh.
Well, there is a slightly similar song to this album, but it's at the beginning of the album, and it sort of metaphysically talks about what singing actually is. You'll know everything I mean once we actually get to filming the episode, but that's it. So that's the topic.
Right on. Well, okay then. So 50, where could everybody find you?
Well, you can find me bedridden for the next couple of days as I try to get over this ridiculous cold. But if you want to see me during the early stages of the cold, you can also find me this Monday on The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. It's not what I did. I did a breakdown of Doctor Who novels. Go ahead and check that out. And speaking of Doctor Who, I also do weekly reviews on my own YouTube channel, 50 Shades of Geek. And I just uploaded me ranking every single episode in the William Hartnell era. So go ahead and check that out, as well as I did a review for The Little Mermaid, the new one. So go check that out.
Yeah, it's I've been hearing good things about it from the audience.
I really liked it.
You want to see? There's a video circulating around when they're shooting some underwater scenes. It's a little too funny. It's the actress who plays Ariel, Halle Berry.
Halle Bailey, I think.
Halle Bailey. Yes, I just knew it sounded like Halle Berry. But anyways, it's her and her CGI thing sitting on a bunch of men on crouching on all fours in blue spandex that are supposed to, I guess, fill in for the fish. Or something. It just looks so weird.
You have got to send me that.
Yeah, I'll try to send it.
Lucky guys.
Yeah. But as for myself, you could find myself at my personal Instagram at soda_the_saxman. Find me here on Northern Entertainment Group doing the shows with 50 here. And you can also find me on my wrestling YouTube channel with my buddy Dagan called So Dagan Wrestling. We dropped our first live episode of the Geekly Live Show, which is our weekly wrestling roundup. That dropped last Monday. And then we also, tonight, we're recording this on a Sunday, this episode, and which means tonight, myself and Dagan are going to be doing a live watch along of AEW Double or Nothing. So that should still be available on our YouTube channel if you want to go check it out.
Cool.
All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining.
Wait. You're not going to bring this up?
Oh, I keep forgetting about that whenever I host about it. Shit, I'm a poor.
Good thing I'm here.
I'm a bad friend. But yeah, don't forget to not just follow us, follow everybody here over at the Benverse, named in honor of our beloved dear departed Ben Rayner. Check out Multiverse of Geekdom, which is Ben's previous YouTube channel. They're doing great things over there. Movies Lovers Unite. That dude is churning out content like you wouldn't believe. Galaxy Geeks, something to talk about. Taco took a little bit of a brief hiatus. Seems like he's actually coming back, so it should be fun. Of course, 50's channel, the Northern Entertainment Group here, A-Town Reviews, and of course, last but not least, the Midnight Cinema. All right, so thank you very much, folks, and we will see you next week as we talk about 50's childhood memories over here on Fun with Flags. So long, folks.